You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. So, with things moving forward very fast with Poppy Nozawa and her new guy, I kind of wonder if she might have intervened with fate to put herself in Bill Spencer's path for a reason. Are those happy pills that Poppy is popping hiding a very dark secret? This is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to dig into what's behind the drugs and whether deceit is involved. But first, please click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Bold and the Beautiful updates and spoilers. So this week, RJ Forrester stunned me, frankly, when he figured out Bill Spencer might be Luna Nozawa's mystery missing daddy. Now that he mentioned the timing, Luna is really thinking about it. But some of the things that RJ said also had me thinking that it might have been more than a casual encounter with Bill running into Poppy and Luna at Il Giardino that very first time. Remember, RJ said it's strange that Bill and Poppy remember each other so vividly after just one night together. And then he basically said, you know, maybe they wouldn't have remembered each other so vividly unless, you know, they were doing the deed. So what's also clear is Poppy Nozawa knows exactly who got her pregnant 20 years ago. She told Bill the other day flat out that Luna's dad is a good guy when he suggested the guy was a loser for not being in her kid's life. So there are a few moving parts to this story that have me wondering if there's another layer to this. Lee Finnegan is certain that Poppy is gold digging by getting in bed with Bill Spencer. I mean, I'm honestly surprised Lee hasn't done the math and figured out that Poppy might have gotten pregnant by Bill. So the facts we know are this. Poppy knows who got her pregnant. She definitely knows the identity of Luna's father. Poppy also immediately knew who Bill Spencer was at Il Giardino the first time she saw him because she was initially annoyed that he couldn't place where he knew her from. Meanwhile, she clearly recognized him. Also, it seems strange that Poppy's sticking around LA when she initially just came supposedly to visit Luna, which implies short term and then an exit. But she didn't leave. And we also know Poppy is taking these happy pills that she basically says keep her mellow. She insisted they were herbal. She even offered one to Bill, but that could be to throw him off the trail. So here's what I'm wondering. First, is Poppy taking those pills for a medicinal purpose other than just chilling out and easing her anxiety? Second, did Poppy specifically come to LA to engineer Bill meeting his daughter at long last? You know, she's kept Luna from her bio father all this time. So the question is, why now? What changed? Why would Poppy be looking to introduce Bill to Luna's life at this late date? I mean, of course, that's assuming they are father and daughter, which seems very likely at this point. It would be really bizarre if he wasn't, given all the stuff that they're being so overt about dropping. So I just wonder if what changed is that Poppy Nozawa maybe is sick and she doesn't want Luna to be left with no parents. I mean, it's not like Luna's Aunt Lee would be there for her if her mom was really sick or died. It probably wouldn't be that hard for Poppy to figure out that Bill Spencer, who's famous, routinely eats his lunch at Il Giardino, right? Okay. So she might even have been showing up there to eat frequently, hoping to run into Bill and just happen to have Luna with her when it finally happened. This could all be a plot on Poppy's part. And remember, Poppy played it cool with him at first, but that could have all been a setup. And of course, if Bill is her baby daddy, you know, Poppy just could have shown up at his office and said, oh, by the way, you owe me 18 years of child support, right? But that's not the way really to start a good father-daughter relationship between Bill and Luna. And if Poppy is sick, maybe she wants to pave the way for Bill to get close to Luna before she gets any sicker. It just seems strange to me that Bold and the Beautiful made such an obvious big deal about Poppy popping the pills. Are these some sort of pain pills? Maybe they're an herbal remedy to help pain or, some other symptoms of this illness, if there is even an illness. It could also explain why Poppy is sticking around LA after what should have been a short visit and her leaving. She might be sticking around to make sure Bill and Luna find each other. Now, also important to note, Poppy definitely seems romantically interested in Bill Spencer right now. Maybe that's not part of her original plan, if she did have a plan. Maybe she just came to put Bill and Luna in each other's paths and then found herself catching some feelings. So there are no official Bold and the Beautiful spoilers that say Poppy is sick, okay? Just to be clear. But the pill popping is bizarre. And we also have Lee Finnegan raging at Poppy, trying to push her out of town without really explaining to viewers the whole root of the hatred. We've heard a lot about Poppy liking to have fun and not living up to her potential, but Lee's anger seems excessive for someone just having a sister who's a little flighty. Everybody's got somebody like that in their family. Am I right? So is there a chance maybe Poppy has a drug habit? Maybe that's why Lee despises her so much. Remember, she mentioned Poppy sleeping with a married doctor who was hitched to one of Lee's coworkers. Maybe Poppy was also getting drugs from the guy, because I think he was a doctor too. I just feel like there has to be something more to justify how Lee is behaving towards her little sister. She keeps harping on immorality, but that seems like out of far right field. To me, it feels like we're missing a piece of the puzzle still. So we'll have to wait and see, but I would definitely love your comments and feedback. Do you think Poppy might be sick and that's why she's popping pills and sticking around LA and maybe accidentally on purpose wandering into the path of Bill Spencer for reasons to do with her daughter and this possible illness? Do you think her run-in with Bill was not by chance but by design? Is she in town to make sure Luna gets to know her father? And do you think Lee has just cause to hate her sister and we just don't know it yet? Let me know what you think. Please drop your comments. Definitely subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates, and please come back soon. We are here talking B&B 7 days a week, and as always, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.